The time is 10 o'clock. Here is the national news. First, the top stories. Customs intercept tanker loaded with smuggled rice in Yewa axis of Ogun State. Eyitayo Jegede demands shift of Ondo State governorship poll by 4 weeks. Amended 1999 Constitution Bill ready in January 2017, says Senate President. A National Assembly okays the Nigerian Peace Corps. Good morning, I am Ahimerio Oihin and I'm bringing you the news in detail shortly. And now the news in detail. Operatives of Nigeria Customs Service have intercepted a tanker loaded with smuggled rice and 25 other vehicles loaded with the commodity in the Yewa axis of Ogun State. The tanker marked FST F1XE and the 25 vehicles with inbuilt compartments for smuggled rice were intercepted along the road leading from Idiroko border last November 15. The new Ogun State Controller of Customs, Hassan Gangwa, who announced the seizure at a news conference at the Customs Border Post at Idiroko, says another trailer loaded with 500 bags of smuggled rice was intercepted last Monday along the Lagos-Shagam Expressway. The State Command in the last 1 week also seized 4 vehicles loaded with 4,000 cartons of poultry products and 19 motorcycles used for smuggling activities. Ogun State House of Assembly has asked Governor Ibikunle Amosu to reinstate the Works and Infrastructure Commissioner, Architect Olamilekan Adegbite. The lawmakers last week Thursday had passed a vote of no confidence on the commissioner following the altercation he had with Kunle Oluomo, the Deputy Speaker of the House, which summoned him over the bad conditions of most of the roads in the state. The House reversed the solution and the resolution after accepting an apology tendered by the commissioner at a meeting between Governor Amosu and the lawmakers last Friday in Abeokuta to settle the misunderstanding. Majority Leader Adeyinka Mafe moves the motion for the reinstatement of the commissioner.
I rise up this afternoon to move that it is in the opinion of this Honorable House that having had the apology of Architect Olamilekan Adegbite, the erstwhile Commissioner of Works, and the appeal by the Governor of the state, this Honorable House do hereby pardon the Commissioner and advise the Governor of the state to reinstate the Commissioner back to his position.
The Speaker, Suraj Adekunbi, directed the Commissioner to reappear before the House Committee on Tuesday next week to clarify issues on the bad condition of most of the roads in the state. The Speaker also wants the Commissioner to explain how the 10 billion naira infrastructural development intervention loan it approved last year was utilized. The maiden convention of Anglican Youth Fellowship of the Egba Anglican Diocesan Council will begin today in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. The theme of the 3-day program holding at the Crowther Graduate Theological Seminary, Igbenyi, Abeokuta is All Things Are Ready. The program being hosted by the Diocesan Bishop, Right Reverend Emmanuel Adekunle, is featuring exposition, impartation night, Bible study, reality talk show, entrepreneurship development seminar, and praise drama prayer night. Today, several programs are lined up, including the night of impartation at 9 p.m. On Saturday, several events will hold, including personal quiet time, Bible study, bishop hour, entrepreneurship and managerial skill development lecture, general assembly, as well as praise drama and prayer night at 10 p.m. The program will end on Sunday, November 27, with a Thanksgiving service. Governor Ibikunle Amosu says his administration is open to an initiative designed to create new jobs in Ogun State. Amosu, who gave the assurance while commissioning the state-of-art call center, Ishon at Itaeko area of Abeokuta, says the state is ready to do business with any potential investors while promising the existing investors of a name-led environment for the businesses to thrive. The governor lauded the company for its contribution to the state economy in terms of employment generation, saying the state government recognized its effort in training youth in information technology. The company's Group Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Pravin Kumar, says they are committed to adding value to the development of Nigerian economy through investment in the development of local manpower. Kumar said the company had employed over 1,000 youths in Ogun State, trained and developed them to meet up with the global standard in information technology.
What we bring to the table is the quality of people. Their communication is key. So that's what we keep mapping all the time across country, various countries. We are in 17 countries. So in Nigeria, we found that Ibadan and Abeokuta provided a very good mix of various languages. People speaking Pidgin, Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo may not be in big numbers, and we don't need big numbers, but they were all available. The town was very accessible. The boys and girls who come to work for, let's say, 8 hours every day.
Ondo State PDP governorship candidate Iyitayo Jegede has demanded the shift of the Saturday governorship poll by 4 weeks. He says the postponement will enable the polls to follow the due process. Jegede, who made the call while leading his supporters to the office of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in Akure, warns that holding the polls on Saturday will violate sections 34, 45, and 74 of the Electoral Act. The PDP candidate argues that the Electoral Act stipulates that the names of candidates should be made public 30 days before a poll, which he says must be counted from November 23, when the appeal court gave him the PDP ticket. He says the shift will enable him to submit the name of his agent for the poll. A factional national chairman of PDP, Ali Madu Sharif, has insisted he is still the party's president, despite the Thursday's judgment of the Supreme Court recognizing the McCarthy faction as the authentic caretaker committee of the party. Apart from the Apex Court's judgment, an appeal court last Wednesday declared McCarthy faction as the legal national caretaker committee of PDP. But Sharif, addressing newsmen after the Apex Court's judgment, says the judgment only affects the PDP dispute on the Ondo State governorship crisis. The issues on the PDP leadership crisis, according to him, are yet to be decided upon by the appeal court. National Assembly says it will complete its ongoing amendment of the 1999 Constitution by January next year. Senate President Bukola Saraki, who gave this indication while receiving a delegation of the Nigeria Bar Association, says they want to finish the amendments of the document before the election year to prevent distraction. Saraki says the Senate and House of Representatives ad hoc committees are working on the earlier document completed by the last National Assembly, which former President Jonathan refused to give assent to. He also explains that the Electoral Act has gone through the second reading and public hearing while contending issues such as postponement of polls, electronic voting, and other issues not envisaged like the last Kogi governorship poll crisis is being considered. NBA President Abubakar Mahmood says the association wants issues like postponement of polls for security reasons and justice reforms be considered in consideration of the amended Constitution and Electoral Act. The National Assembly has approved the establishment of Nigeria Peace Corps to strengthen security and peace nationwide. The Senate passed the bill establishing the agency after receiving the report of its Interior Committee, which explains that the Corps will be placed under the Ministry of Interior. The House of Representatives last June had passed its own bill for the establishment of the Corps. Senate President Bukola Saraki says the House of Representatives and Senate will harmonize the version of the bill and send it to President Buhari for his assent. You're still listening to the national news from Rock City 101.9 FM. Up next, we bring you business and sport news. Please stay with us. And now in business, a cotton ginnery is to be established in Ogun State. The ginnery is to be established in the Ogun West districts in the state in 2017. Governor Ibikunle Amosu, who announced the project while presenting the Ogun State's 2017 budget bill to the State House of Assembly in Abeokuta, did not name the location of the project. The governor says the state government has entered into an agreement with Arawa Cotton, which leased 10,000 hectares of land in the Ogun West for the cultivation of cotton. According to the governor, the company will establish the proposed ginnery for the production of cotton in the area. Finally, sport news. Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) says the Super Eagles will play 2 friendly matches against Ivory Coast and Senegal in the preparation for the 2018 FIFA World Cup qualifier against Cameroon in August. Despite maintaining 100% record in Group B, NFF wants to give Eagles the perfect preparation as they face the indomitable Lions in the next game. NFF President Amaju Pinnick says the international friendlies will be against teams that play the same style of football with Cameroon so as to get the team accustomed with the style. Amaju explains it will not make sense playing Germany or Wales when the Super Eagles would face a physical side like Cameroon. That was the national news, and just before we go, the major stories once again. Customs intercepted tanker loaded with smuggled rice in Yewa axis of Ogun State. Eyitayo Jegede demanded shift of Ondo State governorship poll by 4 weeks. Amended 1999 Constitution Bill ready in January 2017, said Senate President. And also reported was National Assembly okayed the Nigerian Peace Corps. For more stories and to listen to us live, please log on to our website